Hello everybody, this is Nash and I, also known as David, and I'm not really sure how long this video is going to be. I haven't really planned it out. I just kind of want to talk about upcoming games. So there's a lot of upcoming games that are coming out, and I'm not probably going to be getting very many of them. I know Far Cry Primal is already out, and I thought about getting that. I haven't really watched any gameplay other than like the initial gameplay trailers. I thought about getting it, but really the thing that stopped me was that there's no co-op of any kind. It'll always only be single player, which isn't bad. I do play a lot of single player games, but again, I loved Far Cry 4 because once I beat it and I've done everything, I got the platinum, I could still go in and play co-op with my friend and just help him out on his profile and get all his collectibles. And I thought it was really, really fun being able to play Far Cry with a friend. The fact that Far Cry Primal doesn't have co-op kind of destroys me because me and my friend Cody, shout out to Cody if you're watching this, we were really into Far Cry 4, and we were really looking forward to playing Far Cry Primal together. And I think the game looks amazing, and I might end up getting it, but I really wish it had co-op. That's the thing that really kills it for me. So that's kind of a bummer. But other games, I know there's a lot of games coming out, but one game that I've already pre-ordered and I'm really looking forward to is Uncharted 4. I almost said Uncharted 5. Uncharted 4. Thief's End. So that's a game coming out for PS4. Now, my sister doesn't usually watch my videos, but Caitlin, if you're watching this, turn it off now, because I'm going to give you a spoiler alert, and I don't want you to hear it. Okay? Alright, so hopefully everyone remaining on the video is not my sister. But I have pre-ordered the limited edition PS3 Uncharted 4 version that comes with the Uncharted 4 game. And I've already back up my PS4 every like month or so on an external hard drive, which is a good practice if you guys don't do it. That way, if your PS4 ever crashes like my PS3 did back in 2012, you can get all your stuff back. Luckily with my PS3, I backed it up like a week before, just like for the first time. Then my old fat PS3 from 2007, it broke, and I got a new slim in 2012, and I just easily put all my stuff back on. And my PS4 is kind of the same way, because with my PS4, I have just backed it up for the first time, and I'm going to be doing it about every month and a half. It can be kind of annoying. It takes a few hours. You can use certain drives to make it go faster, but with my drive, it takes like 3 hours right now, and that's because I've been backing up my apps also. So I could just not back up any of my apps, and then it would only be the save data, which is like a few gigabytes of storage space. And let me see. I have a 2 terabyte external hard drive just for the fun, just to have plenty of storage. I've only got 500 gigabytes on my PS4. I haven't upgraded it or anything. Sorry, but moving on. So I back up all my stuff, and I'm going to be getting this new PS4, this Uncharted 4 edition PS4, which looks sick. It comes with an Uncharted 4 controller also and the game. So then I will put all my stuff on from my old PS4 on my new one, wipe my old one, and give it to my little sister. So that way I can finally game with her, because she likes the game, but she doesn't like it enough that she's going to go out and buy her own thing. But actually for a Christmas present, I bought myself membership for RuneScape, and I bought her membership for RuneScape too, because I've been a member on RuneScape on and off since like 2007, I want to say, because like 2006 is when I started playing, probably like 2007. I was like level 40. I've been playing for like about a year or so. And that was when I was the most into RuneScape. And that was when RuneScape was awesome, man. That was at its peak. That was when pest control and clan wars and everything was full all the time. There were people everywhere. You could just trade on the street for whatever you wanted. And then later that year, they took away the wilderness. They took away free trade. They had trade like going off of quest points for a while. I don't know. You guys can look up on YouTube. Side note, you can look up on YouTube by Moteblocks, like RuneScape historical timeline. And he tells you everything that's happened to RuneScape from like 98 to 2015. And it's crazy because I was there for all those years, man. And it's just, it's crazy just to think about all the stuff that happened back then and how many changes it went through. And you realize, you want to think like if they didn't do certain updates, if there would still be people playing it like there used to be. And I'm sure there would be. Because they took away the wilderness, they took away free trade. Lots of people quit and never came back. They still don't know that the wilderness is back now. And then in 2012, they had the evolution of combat, which I personally love now, but it actually made me quit. So I was back for about a year. Evolution of combat came out, and I quit for about 2 or 3 years before I got back into it. But RuneScape's one of those games I always go back to. I play it almost every day, at least a little bit. And if you guys don't play RuneScape, I know that this commentary is for console people. I'm talking about upcoming console games. But if you guys don't play RuneScape, I would really give it a try. It is really, really fun. It can be kind of boring at first when you're a low level. You can't really do much. But it is a really awesome game. And if you guys need any help or any tips, or you just want a friend to play with, add me on RuneScape. My username is waterstuff1. So that's water, like you drink water, and then stuff, STUFF, and then 1. Or you can add Iron Stuff 1, which is my Iron Man account. And I can explain Iron Man accounts in a different video. And I've got a buttload of other accounts I play on, little low levels I play on with my sister. But yeah, I don't know. Moving away from that, just real quick shout out. Please play RuneScape, you guys. It's not dying by any means. It's not like Warhawk. It's got plenty of players, but it's like probably an eighth of what it used to be back in 2007. So it's really sad to see that because I love that game, and I hope it stays playable. Also, Warhawk. I wish they would come out with a new Warhawk, because I still play Warhawk pretty often, probably about once a week, usually every weekend. I play a little bit of Warhawk. Even if I only get on for a few games, I still play it. And it's really sad because it's starting to make a little bit of a comeback, because there's some groups of people out there that play it pretty continuously, but it is not even close to how it was back in the day in 2008. I think 2008 or 2009 is when I started. It's not even close to that. And I mean, that makes sense because there's so many new games that have come out. It's not like people stopped playing video games, they just moved on to new ones. And especially new systems. Most people don't even go back to their PS3s. I still like to go back. I like to go back and beat my old games, and sometimes I hop on Warhawk. But I really wish they would have a new Warhawk, or at least just a revamped version. They like to do that. Just come out with a revamped version for PS4. Oh my gosh. And if it doesn't sell that many copies, fuck, I'll buy 100 of them. You know, like, I don't care. Like, please release it for PS4. That would make my life. And there's so many other people that I see commenting on my videos that are like, hey man, this brings me back. You know, I haven't played this game for years. Are there still people playing it? Like, everyone's always asking that, because they're always like, is this game still around? And there's so many people that remember it because it was a huge hit when it first came out, and people got away from it after about a year or two. But if they release a PS4 version, it would be popular again, and it would be awesome. And it would probably be around for another 8 years on the PS4. And they need to do that. And whoever's in charge of that, we need to talk to them. You know, we need to get this idea going. But upcoming games, really, I'm really looking forward to Uncharted. That's probably the only upcoming game I'm really planning on getting as of right now. If money were no object, I'd get a ton of games, but I don't even have time to play them all. But Uncharted is something I'm really looking forward to. I am a huge fan of the Uncharted series. Uncharted 1, I actually never really played much. I rented it from the library like a couple months after it came out. I played it for a few minutes, and then I had to return it the next day. I never got into it. Uncharted 2, when it came out, I got it for Christmas. Oh, what year was that? That was, I want to say 2009, maybe 2009. I got it with like Little Big Planet or something. I don't know. There were a few games I got that Christmas, and I didn't touch it for about 3 months after Christmas, which actually, I'm sorry to admit this to everyone, but I've got about 4 games from Christmas I still haven't touched. I've got Fallout 4, and I've got Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and I haven't touched them yet, but I will play them, so don't be upset with me for not playing those. But what was I going to say? So I got Uncharted 2, and I loved it. Oh my gosh, I loved it. Me and my sister played it together like 4 times, and I got really into the multiplayer too. It was awesome. Uncharted 3 was just unbelievable. That game was amazing too. And now I've gone ahead and gotten the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection for PS4, and I'm almost done beating Uncharted 1, which is actually a really awesome game. And now I've got the revamped version, and I wish I knew how awesome it was back in the day. I would have gotten it. And that's like one of the PS3 classics or whatever, the red cases. But yeah, I don't know. Uncharted is an amazing series, and the same people made Last of Us, which is, as I said, overall my number one favorite single-player video game of all time is Last of Us. I'd say for PS3 and PS4, it's Last of Us. But another series that I love, that's another PlayStation exclusive. So I'm really sorry for the people that are watching this video. All these things I'm naming off are PlayStation exclusives. But it's the Infamous series, and oh my gosh, Infamous does not get enough YouTube coverage and enough publicity, and enough people know about it. A lot of people have never heard of it. Most people have heard of it but haven't played it, and the people that have played it will tell you it's an amazing series. I've played Infamous 1, Infamous 2. I've played them religiously. I've beaten them on both evil and good. I've beaten them multiple times. I haven't gotten platinum, but I'm pretty close. I might actually go back and finish them off. And then I got Second Son for the PS4. Now, when I got Second Son, I played the first couple missions and decided that the game kind of sucked and it wasn't like Infamous as I remembered, and I stopped playing it, which is the verdict you'll hear from most people out there. However, about a few months ago, after having Second Son sit around for over a year, roughly over a year, I went back and tried playing it just to beat it because I'm trying to beat all my games. Oh my god, I fell in love with the game. It's actually really, really, really good, and the characters are amazing. They're amazing. They're really good. I almost like it more than the original Infamous, almost. And then I went ahead and so when you're on PS4, it'll have the game page and it'll have like little recommended DLCs and stuff. And they had Infamous First Light, which is a DLC, but it's technically its own game, so it's a fourth Infamous game. And Infamous First Light, it takes place 3 years before Second Son, and it follows the story of Fetch, who is one of the characters you meet in Second Son. And that game was also amazing. I love her gameplay style, like how she fights and stuff. And just the storyline was amazing. And she's a lot more ruthless than Devin, the main character from Second Son. Or Delson, sorry. But I really cannot wait until they make a new Infamous game, because Second Son and First Light were both released in 2014. And then the only Infamous game I have to play still is Infamous Festival of Blood, which is a tiny little, it's a sub game off of Infamous 2 for PS3. So I need to go back and get that. It's like $12 or something. And then I'll have played all 5 Infamous games, and I cannot wait for a new one. But I don't know any word on when they're making new ones. And also Last of Us 2. I've heard they're creating it, but they were mostly focusing on Uncharted 4 because they're the same company. And now they're going to be working on Last of Us 2, which I am pumped about. Oh, my word. I don't think it'll be following Ellie and Joel. It might be, but it might be like Ellie's kids, or like not Joel's kids, because Joel had a kid and now Ellie's kind of his kid. It'll be like Ellie's kids in the future, probably. That's what I'm thinking. And they're immune and they passed on the immunity gene or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. I really would like it to follow Ellie and Joel, but this concept has been debated constantly since the game came out in 2014. And everyone pretty much has agreed that Ellie and Joel's story is kind of over. There's a little bit more they could show us, find out what happens afterwards, but I think they pretty much go back to live happily ever after, and that's really it. She knows that Joel lied, and they just kind of live with that, and that's kind of how it ends. I don't know. I feel like a possibility would be she finally confronts him about it, finds out he lies, feels bad, goes back to help the Fireflies, and then she dies. But that wouldn't be a very good story, So I don't know what happens. But those are some game series I'm really hoping they'll make more games for. As far as new games coming up that I'm going to get, it's going to be Uncharted 4. So stay tuned for gameplay from that. But if you guys have any comments or any questions or opinions or anything about anything I've said this video, please drop a comment. I do respond to all the comments on my videos, and I love seeing them from you guys. And even if it's just a, hey, I enjoyed the video, I appreciate those too. Any kind of comment, really, because that's the main thing that makes me happy on YouTube. My views aren't up a whole lot compared to when I used to make only Warhawk videos. I'll get 30 to 70 views on a video typically, which isn't a lot, but my subscribers have been going up pretty steadily. So that tells me that I'm doing something right, or at least I'm getting a following from somewhere. So if you're a new subscriber to my channel, I seriously appreciate that. And if you are a new subscriber, if you could just comment why you subscribed, because I'm trying to figure out, I've been gaining subscribers constantly, but I don't know what I'm doing differently from before. So I don't know what kind of gameplay you guys are here for. So I've gotten about 20 new subscribers. I don't know if you guys are here for RuneScape, because I've been doing a lot more of that, or if you're just Warhawk fans that have discovered me, or Call of Duty fans. I don't know. Last of Us people, maybe. I don't know. But just comment. And also, I might be getting back into Minecraft, some other stuff like that. I just really want to try to start giving you guys a wider variety of videos, because I've been pretty much just doing Last of Us commentary. But I'm going to go make some Warhawk videos, and I know this commentary ran on for 15 minutes almost, so I'm going to end it here. But I thank you guys for watching, and if you stayed this far, and I'll catch you in the next video. All right.